When powerful seismic forces lifted these islands out of the ocean millions of years ago, they sculpted landscapes of unimaginable beauty. Comprised of 7 main islands, the Canary Islands are a Spanish archipelago in the Atlantic Ocean, just off Morocco in North Africa. So spectacular are the Canary Islands that for centuries it was believed that this archipelago formed the peaks of the legendary lost city of Atlantis. Today, the Canary Islands are a magnet for sun-seekers, beachcombers, and adventurers from all over the world. With 160 miles of coastline, 150 beaches, and a climate that feels like it is always spring, the island of Fuerteventura is a perfect place to start your exploration. Head to Corralejo, once a small fishing village, now one of the island's largest resort towns. Just a short walk away is Corralejo Dunes National Park, with dunes that seem to stretch out forever. On the southern end of the island, Sotavento de Jandia Beach is famous for its turquoise waters and golden sands, while Ajuy Beach has long drawn visitors west to its black sands. These islands have long been renowned for their hospitality, so relax on a sun lounge or enjoy a seafood specialty at a local restaurante. Beautiful beaches and picturesque villages are just some of the offerings in this land of wonders. Brave twisting roads to admire the panoramic view over the island from Mirador Morro Velosa, once thought to be the home of the gods. A short ferry ride to the west of Fuerteventura is Gran Canaria, a place of ever-changing climates and vistas. This island abounds with otherworldly landscapes that have been inspiring visitors for centuries. Take a hike to Pilancones Natural Park. The spectacular plateaus and cool ravines in this area are around 12 million years old. Visit the town of Agaete, where volcanic cliffs plunge into the Atlantic Ocean. Take a drive to see the Roque Nublo and the surrounding valleys, once described by a visiting Spanish philosopher as a petrified storm. No matter where you go on the island, great beaches are never far away. Soak up the sun at Amadores Beach or hit the surf at Caleta de Arriba, but be aware, at some beaches, clothing is optional. A port town since the age of discovery, Gran Canaria's relaxed beachside capital city, Las Palmas de Gran Canaria, has long been a cultural melting pot. Stroll the boulevard at Las Canteras Beach or visit the Cathedral of Santa Ana, a labor of devotion that took 350 years to complete. Tenerife is the largest and busiest of the Canary Islands, receiving around 5 million visitors a year. Tenerife's beaches come in many shades, from the golden sands of Las Americas Beach and Los Cristianos to the black sands of Jardín Beach. For water adventures of a different kind, head to the Siam Water Park. Hit the water slides or just relax in the lush environment of this enormous Thai-themed park. Or make a splash at Loro Parque, which has attracted more than 40 million visitors since opening in 1972. The island's capital, Santa Cruz de Tenerife, is home to the Auditorio de Tenerife Adán Martín. The auditorium's sail-like silhouette harks back to days when the islands were an important stopover for early adventurers such as Magellan and Christopher Columbus. Experience the archipelago's mythic past at Icod de los Vines. Stand before the Drago Milenario, a dragon tree reputed to be more than 1,000 years old. At Teide National Park, watch the sunset over El Teide, Spain's highest mountain. It is easy to believe, as the island's indigenous people did, that this magnificent mountain actually touches the sky. Lanzarote is the Canaries' easternmost island and is sometimes called the Island of 100 Volcanoes. Be humbled by Mother Nature's destructive power on a tour of Timanfaya National Park. This region suffered a series of devastating eruptions in the 1700s and has remained largely unchanged ever since. Standing guard at the park's entryway is El Diablo, the Devil, an image designed by Lanzarote's most famous son, Cesar Manrique. Manrique's artistic vision was to seamlessly integrate art, local traditions, and the natural elements, and almost everywhere you go on this island, you'll see his influence. Descend a spiral stone staircase into Jameos del Agua, a natural cave transformed by Manrique into a magical amphitheater and performance space. Just a short journey away, you can hire a guide and venture even deeper into the earth at the Cueva de los Verdes, the Green Caves. Just like the other Canaries, Lanzarote is blessed with many different beaches. Relax under the sun at Playa Blanca at the south of the island, or stroll to Papagayo Beach. The tidal rock pools at Punta Mujeres are the perfect place to cool off or rent some snorkeling gear and discover the island's underwater wonders. Lanzarote's busiest town is Puerto del Carmen and is a great place to enjoy the Canary Islands' incredible sunsets. No matter which of these magnificent islands you choose, as the sun's molten rays merge the ocean with the earth, you'll realize this is a place where Mother Nature and history collide. The mythical city of Atlantis may be a story lost in the mists of time, but the Canary Islands are only a plane ride away. Whether you are searching for dramatic adventures or a sun-soaked vacation, this archipelago is alive with a powerful magic all its own.
Spain is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the southwest of Europe. It's famous for its beaches, bullfights and festivals. Spaniards are well known for their beauty and stylish good looks. They have Mediterranean features, which means that they usually have black hair and brown eyes. They are not very tall. The Spanish are also well known for their passionate nature, and visitors will find them to be very lively, friendly and sociable. In Spain, most people live in cities in small flats. The cities are very picturesque and full of old buildings, narrow streets and impressive squares full of lively cafes. Most Spaniards work in offices, shops or factories. The Spanish love to eat seafood. Many of the traditional dishes, such as paella, include seafood. Spanish omelets are also very popular. Socializing and having a good time are very important in Spain. In their free time, Spaniards love going to cafes and clubs or going out for dinner. Spain is a fantastic country to visit. Its warm climate and passionate people make it a great place for a holiday.
Located on the western coast of the Iberian Peninsula, Portugal is one of Europe's most visited countries due to its idyllic climate, affordable travel costs, and exceptional attractions. Portugal's varied geography ranges from the verdant mountains and vineyards of the north to the glamorous beaches of the Algarve along the southern coastline. Also belonging to Portugal, but lying in the Atlantic Ocean, are the archipelagos of the Azores and the Madeira, known for their lush landscapes and flower gardens. Here's a look at the best places to visit in Portugal. Number 10. Coimbra. A charming city situated by the Mondego River, Coimbra is home to a treasure trove of historic sites and a lively culture that is centered around one of Europe's oldest universities. One of the best things to do in Coimbra is to simply get lost and discover the many historic attractions, from the stunning old cathedral to the Gothic monastery of Santa Clara a Velha, which contains the tomb of Queen Isabel. No trip to Coimbra would be complete without a visit to the University of Coimbra to admire one of the world's most beautiful libraries. Number 9. The Azores. The archipelago of the Azores is composed of 9 volcanic islands in the Atlantic Ocean, located about 930 miles west of Lisbon. Renowned for world-class whale watching, hot mineral springs, and quaint seaside towns, each island has its own fascinating identity. São Miguel is the largest island of the Azores and is known as the Green Island, while Pico is home to the highest mountain in Portugal. Number 8. Aveiro. Hugging the country's Atlantic coast in central Portugal, Aveiro is a bustling city often called the Venice of Portugal due to its picturesque setting of scenic canals connected by charming bridges and dotted with colorful gondolas. Historic sites, gorgeous beaches, and tasty cuisine also make Aveiro a popular tourist destination. The many sightseeing gems include the Aveiro Cathedral, the São Gonçalino Chapel, and the Convento de Jesus. These all offer lovely architecture and artworks. Number 7. Évora. Évora may be a small town in southern Portugal, but it packs huge tourist appeal. With a history dating back more than 2,000 years, Évora was once a flourishing city under Roman rule. Today, Évora shelters more than 4,000 historic structures, including the old Roman walls and temples. Another highlight is the 13th century Cathedral of Evora, one of Portugal's most important Gothic structures. Not far outside the city is Europe's largest complex of prehistoric megaliths that are also worth a look. Number 6. Porto. World famous for its production of fine port wine, the busy city of Porto sprawls along the hills overlooking the Douro River in northern Portugal. At the heart of Porto is the charming pedestrian zone, the Ribeira, an atmospheric place on the river, buzzing in live music, cafes, restaurants, and street vendors. Dominating this popular tourist setting is the Ponte Dom Luís, a metal double-decked arch bridge that links Porto to Vila Nova de Gaia, well known for its port wine cellars. Number 5. Madeira. Sporting the nickname Floating Garden of the Atlantic, Madeira is a fertile oasis in the Atlantic Ocean between Portugal and North Africa, popular for its lush green landscapes, flower gardens, and wines. Must-see places in Madeira include the Orchid Garden and the Lauri Silva Forest, which harbors the world's largest concentration of laurel. The capital and largest city on Madeira is Funchal, home to historic churches and fortresses, as well as the tree-lined Lido Promenade, which presents spectacular ocean views. Number 4. Sintra. Nestled in the foothills of the Sintra Mountains on the Lisbon coast, Sintra presents a spectacular setting of verdant hills, sprinkled with pretty castles and palaces. The most famous is Penhas Palace, a fantastical castle reminiscent of Germany's Neuschwanstein. Built in the mid-1800s and serving as a summer retreat for the Portuguese royal family, Penhas Palace is surrounded by forested parklands containing exotic trees and flowers. Also not to be missed are the ancient ruins of the Castle of the Moors, crowning the city's highest hill, and the romantic Monserrate Palace with its subtropical gardens. Number 3. Óbidos. Located on a hilltop in the Centro region of western Portugal, Óbidos is encircled by an old fortified wall. Besides the wall, the magnificent medieval castle and historic center of Óbidos make up the city's main attraction and can easily be walked. A labyrinth of narrow, cobbled streets leads visitors along busy squares, quaint shops, and whitewashed houses spruced with colorful flowers. The castle with its commanding edifice, huge gates, and towers is now a luxurious hotel, but a marvel to behold nevertheless. Number 2. Algarve. Sunny Mediterranean climate, gorgeous beaches, picturesque towns, fabulous cuisine, and affordable costs are just some of the reasons that make the Algarve one of the most popular destinations in Portugal. Located in the country's southernmost region, the Algarve offers a feast for the eyes, from tranquil landscapes of olive groves, traditional whitewashed villages, to the wild, windswept coast, with its dramatic cliffs dotted with summer resorts. Faro is the region's capital, and Lagos is the area's hotspot for nightlife. Number 1. Lisbon. Stretching along the banks of the Tagus River near the Atlantic Ocean, Portugal's capital and largest city winds upward among 7 steep hills, forming an enchanting destination of colorful neighborhoods reverberating in traditional fado music. The city's oldest district is Alfama, an old Moorish quarter distinct for its maze of cobblestone streets, rustic architecture, and St. George's Castle. The best way to experience Lisbon is by taking one of the vintage trams, such as the well-known Tram 28, which winds along historic quarters, gardens, and main attractions.
Welcome back, folks, to a brand new video. Ask anyone who has ever visited, and they'll tell you Japan is easily one of the most stunning places in the world. The country offers a full range of nature and culture, from the subtropical beaches to snowy mountains, futuristic skylines to ancient temples. I think in this video I should have you covered. So let's take a look at 12 beautiful places to visit in Japan. Number 1. Mount Fuji. So there is no doubt that Mount Fuji is a must-visit place since it's a symbolic mountain in Japan. Known as the highest mountain in the country, it fascinates plenty of people with its extraordinary beauty and its presence. You can enjoy the peaks from a distance, or you can take on the exciting hiking trails which allow you to explore the surrounding nature. But there are many other places to enjoy the stunning views of Mount Fuji. But few are as picturesque an area as Lake Kawaguchi. Not only is it remarkably beautiful, but there's also plenty to do in the area. Tokyo, a vibrant Japanese capital, where ancient charm meets that futuristic environment. On your arrival, you can experience the hustle and bustle of Shibuya Crossing, a mesmerizing chaos. But then you can feel the calm and tranquility of the Sensoji Shrine, where time seems to slow down. You see, Tokyo is all about that feel-good factor of modern Japan, all waiting for you to dive in. And what's interesting is Tokyo's skyline, particularly in areas like Akihabara and Shibuya, with its bright neon lights and densely packed urban environment. It mirrors that futuristic cyberpunk aesthetic. One of the most famous and visited landmarks resides just under 30 minutes away from central Kyoto, in Arashiyama, otherwise known as the Bamboo Forest. It's one of the most photographed locations in the world. It's the epitome of serenity. A walking trail through the bamboo forest is like something out of a fairy tale. And it can be relaxing and sometimes isolated, especially if you go at the right time. But it can be extremely crowded, so choose your time wisely. Himeji Castle. Also known as White Heron Castle, due to its elegant white appearance, and is widely considered as Japan's most spectacular castle, especially for its imposing size and beauty, and its well-preserved complex castle grounds. The castle is both a national treasure and a World Heritage Site, and unlike many other Japanese castles, it was never destroyed by war, earthquakes, or even fire, and survives to this day as one of the country's 12 original castles. Kisu Valley. The Kisu Valley, or Kisuje, is located in the Nagano Prefecture, and it runs along the mountains of the Central Alps. An ancient 70-kilometer trade route called Kisuje was developed along the valley and served as a very important means of commerce in the area. Probably the most recognizable place in the Kisu Valley is the town of Harajuku, which sits at the northern end of the valley. And Narai is an easily accessible and quite likable place to go. It may be a small town, but this post town feels mostly unaltered from the Edo period. Nara. Ishigaki Island. Located west of Okinawa, Ishigaki is Japan's premier beach destination, and it makes for a great base to explore the other islands in the archipelago. Home to beautiful secluded beaches, extensive limestone caves, forested mountains with great vistas, and the opportunity to take part into some scuba diving. Now located just south of Tokyo, Ishigaki may not have all the shrines and the temples that the other Japanese cities have, but it has a solid reputation for some great nightlife, especially after a long day at the beach. Now we head to Miyajima, a scenic island which belongs to the Hiroshima Prefecture. It can be reached by regular ferry services, which will take you to the scenic spot on the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites. And as you take your first steps into the island, you'll be welcomed by the friendly deer living there, similar to Nara. And there in the distance, the Itsukushima Shrine, an iconic Shinto shrine which was originally established in 1168. It's also widely famous for the floating Torii Gate, which refers to the symbolic giant Torii Gate standing in the water. And it is an impressive sight. Number 9. Shirokarago. Located in the serene Gifu Prefecture, Shirokarago is a captivating village that's frozen in time. It's UNESCO-listed farmhouses with steeped thatch roofs, all resembling hands in prayer, and it stands as a testament to centuries of rural tradition. It's absolutely stunning. Surrounded by picturesque mountains, this historic site offers a glimpse into Japan's architectural past. I mean, you can visit during winter to witness the village that's blanketed in snow, but I think it looks far better in the summer, as it creates that tranquil and peaceful escape that we all search for. Now we come to a very interesting destination in Japan, Shikoku, one of Japan's main islands, and it's home to several historic castles that offer a little glimpse into the region's rich cultural heritage. Now, while Shikoku is not as famous for its castles as other parts of Japan, such as Honshu, it does feature a few noteworthy fortresses, for example Matsuyama, in the Ehime Prefecture, first built between 1602 and 1627. It's one of Japan's 12 original surviving castles, despite being burnt twice, and it showcases an impressive 3-story central tower. And the good thing is there are plenty of other castles that you can explore, such as these. Number 11, Mount Aso. So this is going to be a fun adventure if you decide to go on when you visit Japan. And it's a large active volcano in the center of Kyushu. The mountain's caldera was created by multiple gigantic eruptions in the distant past, and it's also one of the largest in the world. It's surrounded by a circular rim, and the whole caldera contains multiple towns and wide areas of rice fields. And right in the center stands the currently active peaks of the volcano. So make sure well in advance that you call up to double check if there are signs that it's going to be closed during your holiday. Number 12. Nikko. Located right at the heart of Nikko National Park, Nikko is set in an absolute spectacular spot amongst the mountains with lush forest all around it. It's incredibly scenic. The small city of Nikko is just north of Tokyo and was once the home of the Tokugawa shoguns, whose wealth and power was reflected in the extremely elaborate temples and shrines in the area, and many of which are World Heritage Sites. And it's one of the main reasons why it's on this list. So at the top of one of the things to do there, you should check out the Toshugu Shrine, and contains many extremely valuable sculptures. And there you have it, folks, 12 stunning places to visit in Japan, especially for your first time. And it's a revamp of the old video, which was quite poor, and I've added some new ones. For more videos, check out the playlist below, and I will see you all on the next one.